Welcome to the August 27th meeting of the Lafayette Redevelopment Commission. We have a quorum, and therefore we are present and ready to take care of the business of the commission. I want to remind our commissioners that we are still taking roll call votes this morning. Also, let's just do the best we can as we ask questions among ourselves and communicate given using this technology. Cindy, Mary, thank you again very much for doing the roll call votes for us. And if I forget about it, please remind me. All right. We want to start out the meeting by welcoming a new member. I saw his initials on the screen, Josh Logan, the TSC School Board Representative. Mr. Logan, welcome. We appreciate that you're here. Is there anything you'd like to say as you join us today?
No, not at this time. Thanks for letting me be part of it. Look forward to listening.
Well, we appreciate that. And listening is good. And every now and then we may need your participation as well. But thank you.
I can do that. Happy to do it.
Fantastic. And so I hope that you're able to see that the other commissioners and their names. So Don Teeter is here as a commissioner, and also Jim Terry. And Shelley, I saw your initial somewhere. It said Michelle. I guess I never thought about that might be your name. Michelle Henriot as well. So we're missing JT this morning, right?
TJ, yeah.
I'm sorry, TJ.
I think he's out right now.
Okay, all right, fantastic. All right, let's continue on with the meeting and go to the minutes of the July 23rd, 2020 meeting. Those minutes have been shared with us as commissioners. Are there any comments, corrections to those minutes? Hearing none, we'd entertain a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
So moved.
Thank you, Shelley. Is there a second?
Second.
Fantastic, Jim. Any further discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
Wait.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, there I am. I went straight into my regular mode. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you.
Okay. All right. We'll do a roll call vote here.
Let's please have a roll call vote. Thank you, Cindy.
Coleman?
Aye.
Teeter?
Aye.
Terry?
Aye.
Henriot?
Aye.
Okay, minutes passed.
Thank you so much. All right. Continuing on with new business, we have, I think, 4 items in front of us today, and we'll start out with Resolution LRC 2020-11. Mr. Carson, I would presume you want to comment some on this resolution?
Sure. As you know, we've been talking about the South 8th Street property for quite some time. This was acquired by the city quite some time ago, going back to at least 2003. Since that time, we've done at least 2 public offerings, with one of them being very recently here, a public offering. We have to do those public offerings at the average of 2 appraisals. And with that, we got no offers, no takers on that and such. And then through the years as well, since 2003, again, I've been talking to a lot of people about it and just not have been able to generate interest until more recently here with Triple R with Jeff Ryder, who represents that. And he has a plan that we feel like that meets the spirit and the intent of the public offering and would be a great addition and to the Ellsworth-Romig neighborhood and the surrounding area and downtown and such. So with that, I am going to bring up Jeff's presentation and let him explain his proposal for South 8th Street, and then we can ask questions and such. So here's proposal, and Jeff is online here. Jeff, you'd like to introduce yourself and start your presentation, and just let me know to click through.
Yes, thank you, Dennis. Hello, I'm Jeff Ryder, and along with me is our lead designer, and
Hello.
also my sister, Brenda Pusey. And we just want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to speak to you today. Along with a little bit about us, along with my dad, Steve Ryder, my brother, Steve Ryder, and my sister, Brenda Pusey, we make up S. Ryder Construction and Ryder Partners. We develop and manage real estate as well as design and build residential and commercial properties. Our parents began business in 1971 here in our community, and we look forward to many decades to come to keep building. This neighborhood, we're so excited about, Ellsworth-Romig neighborhood, and the potential we see in it. Our goal with the 8th and Oregon Street development is two-part for the neighborhood. First, we look to create interest and beauty through a well-laid design plan and the use of modern and historical architecture. Secondly, we want to provide the opportunity for people to be able to buy in as owner occupants into the downtown. We currently own 13 properties in this neighborhood. Not only will we develop and build new on 8th and Oregon, but we'll also continue to completely renovate and restore existing structures as we have in the past. We realize we have one chance to recreate the Ellsworth Roman neighborhood, and we're so excited about it. Not only will we develop and build, if done correctly, we know that this neighborhood will be a great asset to the downtown, and not only that, but really a model neighborhood for other cities. We have a vision for this neighborhood. We're so confident in going forward, and we know it's going to be something special. Let me say a little about the timeline and investment part. Our goal is to break ground on the first structure by August 2021, and we plan to have the project completed within 5 years, with the total investment to be in at least $12 million. At this time, we've already invested $600,000 into this project through the acquisition of new properties and the demolition of existing structures. Before I get into the rest of the presentation, any questions so far? Okay. The first page, 8th and Oregon Street Development. Next page, our team, developer, Ryder Partners, builder, S. Ryder Construction, design architect, Studio Singh. The next page, it's just the table of contents. So we can go to the next page. There we go. So we want to show you some images. We'll move through this, but so you get an idea of what we're thinking about. We're talking about modern architecture. We're talking about really nice design, and this concept is something that we know is right for downtown. We've done our research. We've spoke to so many people. We feel like this is the real thing, and if we can mix this right with historical architecture that's already existing, it'll become something really special. So here we have a single family home, a row of townhomes, and next page. Here's a couple, two potential one family or two family homes. Next page. Exterior hardscape images, just giving you an idea of what we want to see as we walk down the sidewalks and tour this neighborhood. Next page. Some interior concepts. This is what we know to be today's downtown living. Next page. Some more interior concepts. And the next page, yep, that right there. Here's a commercial building concept. Definitely more conventional design with some modern touches. But this would be a building that we would consider building as our mixed use building. So you'd have offices down below and residential up above. Next page. The site plan, a little tough to see, basically just showing you, we're talking about 8th Street in Oregon, and it shows 7th Street as well. But by the way, I guess I should explain what I mean by when I talk about Ellsworth Roaming neighborhood. I'm talking about the streets between 5th and 8th and between Alabama and Romick, that square. So as I talk about redoing this area, that's what we're looking at, between 5th and 8th, Alabama and Romick. Okay, next page. Here's our initial concept of a master plan, and I just and this is 8th and Romick. Want you to just kind of notice. Oh, I'm sorry, 8th and Oregon, and notice we're really particular about the layout of the actual structure to create interest. And then, of course, a lot of green space. We know the green space is so important in a downtown environment. And so really focus on those two things. We're not looking to pack this full, of concrete and nothing else in the limited amount of a few trees here and there. We want to spread this out and create beauty. Okay, next page. Here's standing on the corner of 7th, or the intersection of 7th and Oregon, looking east up Oregon Street. And we're going to use that curve of that street and build on the old railroad corridor. And once again, paying attention to the layout of the structures so it really creates a lot of interest. Next page. Here's an aerial view if you were on South Street on the 3rd story. So 3 stories up, just kind of looking down towards Oregon and how those structures wrap around the street. Next page. Okay, here's another aerial looking from South Street, kind of southeast, a little higher up, maybe 4 or 5 stories up. And I want to point out to the far left, the biggest building is our mixed-use building, office on the bottom, residential above. And as you go down 8th Street, the density reduces. So then we move to a row of townhomes, and then a 2-unit townhome, then duplexes, and then the potential of 1 and 2 family homes. Next page. Okay, here's an aerial view of basically the total area we're talking about developing, and just gives you a picture of what this could all look like. Next page. Well, this page and the next, I didn't plan on saying anything about, just some, in case somebody wanted to see them, residential layouts, interior layouts. So I don't think that applies today. So next page. And then this is it. This is what I presented at the beginning. So that's kind of all of my presentation. And I'd just like to say that we are so excited about this project, so ready to get going on it. And we're just ready to give 100% and give our all. And we just know this is going to be special. So thank you so much. And any questions? Oh, one other thing. I want to mention, this is a concept, but we're feeling good about it. We really are. But, we're a long way from moving into a PD, but this is our initial concept. Any questions?
Yes.
Go ahead, Don.
What's your target market on the residential side?
The target market is millennial market and empty nesters, and we focus pretty much 95% on professionals. That's who we've always catered to in our rental properties and in our new construction. So we tend to work with a lot of Purdue faculty, a lot of upper management and just professionals. And so that's our target market. When it comes to price, well, we haven't got to that point yet. What target, our target prices are on some of these, whether they be rental or for sale. But
So you would sell some of them?
I'm sorry?
You would sell some of the singles?
Yeah. We definitely want to bring owner occupants into the neighborhood. We want people buying into downtown. And by the way, I think we match up perfectly with the downtown planning of Green Street. We see a lot of high density, bigger things going in, and we're filling the niche of the single, 2-family and low-rise low-rise mixed use. So I think this is the perfect spot for it, and there's definitely demand for it, and it fits within that long-term vision that Green Street, helped you all come up with. Yeah.
Do you see any retail in the business side of it?
Not on these streets, no. No, but I see it on Alabama. The whole thing is Alabama's a transition street. I think there could be some retail on Alabama. It already is mixed use. But once you go south of Alabama, that transition becomes residential.
Thank you.
Jeff, you might comment that you've had a lot of renters and other clients and things that have made comments about wanting to, live downtown, and they hadn't had the product that they were wanting.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, we focused on the upper end of the rental market, and we definitely, every year we have multiple people ask us if we'll build them something or what we have going on because they're ready to buy. So they come here, whether it be Purdue or various industries, they come here, they rent for 2 or 3 years. This happens over and over, and then they're looking to buy, and they leave. They leave, and that's we see it over and over. They go to other places because there's just nothing here for them. And typically, our clientele, they're not wanting to buy a condo, 4 or 5 stories in the air. They're looking for something different. We know that there's a need for it, and they go other places. And we've seen a number of our tenants spend a lot of money on housing, but it's not in downtown because the product's not here.
Mr. Mayor, you probably want to say a few things.
Yes, if I wanted to, certainly. Is there any other questions from the board? I certainly wanted to give the board the first opportunity if they wanted to ask some questions.
I have 2 simple questions, I think.
Okay.
One, Jeff, so you talk about Alabama Street, of course. So Alabama Street would become a through street all the way from Oregon to 7th Street?
Well, Josh, it comes to 7th now, but at that point, we want all the new sewer lines run through between 7th and 8th. So we want to just create a parking lot over those sewer lines. So you get the effect of Alabama running all the way through. Our mixed use building at the end, that is a key piece of real estate. So you can stand down at 3rd Street and look all the way down Alabama at this brand new building at the other end. But the Alabama Street still stops at 7th and then becomes parking lot from 7th to 8th.
I understand that.
Yep.
And then Dennis and Jackie, Dennis, I think you wrote in your email about the sale and development, the sale and development agreement, which is also referenced in this document. But you were saying that we don't need to approve it, but we also did we see it before now?
Well, no, I had it separately. I had the resolution and then the sales and development agreement separately on the agenda. I thought we had to do 2 approvals, and the resolution approves that sale and development agreement. So it's the sale and development agreement is attached to the resolution, so it's just one item.
Okay, thank you. That's all I needed to ask, Mr. Mayor. Anybody else have a question? And if not, we'll turn to Mayor Rozorsky.
Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen of the commission, today really is an exciting day. I don't think, and I'm so glad that Jeff is so excited, but I can tell you, Dennis and I have probably been talking about this for about 14 years, trying to figure out a way to bring revitalization to the Romick Ellsworth neighborhood, how to maximize the use of 7th and 8th Street and maximize the use of railroad relocation property that most of you know has been sitting there for decades now. And, it took a lot of moving parts to make this all come together. We've had to do stormwater work, and we've had to do utility work, sewer work, get a hold of the village pantry. I can't even tell you the number of things to make this downtown plan work, whether it's building the new police station, the building that's right beside City Hall, or the other 2 private developments that are looking to go in. It has been a kind of a mass. Literally, I think you could teach a engineering class at Purdue University for a semester on what it's taken over the last 10 to 12 years to bring all these parts together. And, we are so thrilled that Jeff is willing to step out and do this. I believe it will work. But if I was in Jeff's shoes, and I don't want him to run away. I mean, you can deny that the man's taking a risk. I mean, in his family, he's already spent 600,000 with the potential of spending 12 million. I can tell you, I talked to lots of builders and developers along the way here, trying to convince them to take the risk. And you know, people just weren't willing, they're just not willing to take that kind of risk on doing something of this magnitude. And so I'm thrilled that Jeff and his family are willing to step up. I'm behind them 100%. I know Jeff might have wanted to do this a little sooner, but we had to go through a lot of steps to get here, and I explained that to him, and we've had a very good relationship. And I told him a long time ago, we'll get there. We'll get there. Just hang in there. We'll get to the day that we're at to today. And we did, and we got there in the right way. And we've all positioned ourselves correctly now to be able to make this thing a reality. So I certainly would appreciate the commission's positive support of this resolution.
Thank you. Any further comments or questions regarding this topic? Is there a motion to approve?
I move we approve LRC 2020-11.
Second.
Thank you, Don and Jim and Shelley. No further discussion. We'll do a roll call vote.
Holman,
Aye.
Peter,
Aye.
Mary,
Aye.
Henriette.
Aye.
Resolution 2020-11 passes.
Thank you. Congratulations, Jeff and your sister, Brenda, and the company. Good luck as you guys go forward.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate it, guys. We're gonna give it our all. We're so excited. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And just so the commission knows that there is another step that Jeff has to take. It has to also be approved by city council. So that will be going to city council this coming month.
Okay, right. Thank you, Dennis. Continuing with the agenda, we have a change order with T-Bird Design Services and Milestone Contractors is who it involves. Dennis, any comments on this?
I'm going to turn it over to John Munn so he can explain the change order.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. John Munn with T-Bird Design. So this change order number 3 is in relationship to a proof roll of the subgrade of 3rd Street. After a proof roll that was done by Patriot Engineering failed the test requirements for the compaction, they came up with a solution of how to make that repair, which was an undercut of 244 feet by 6 feet wide by 12 inches deep, filled with 53 stone and compacted, and then retested. It was a kind of a change order that happened quickly during the construction process, and we got with Dennis to get his approval to keep the job moving forward. There was not really much choice to to achieve the compaction that we needed for the subgrade. The total of the cost of this particular change order is $9,180.
Okay.
John, you might also make the comment that we had another change that actually didn't result in any change in price.
Yes, you are correct. I combined two items in this one change order. Originally in our contract, we had the signal poles and at the corner of 3rd and Columbia that were going to be taken down in order to be repainted. After meeting in various progress meetings with Jeremy and the folks from the city, we determined that we really didn't want to remove those poles. That was going to be a maintenance of traffic, kind of a nightmare down there. So we made the change that those were all painted in place so they could remain operational during construction. And there was no cost to the contract related to that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Munn. Any questions regarding the change order? Hearing none, we entertain a motion.
Motion to approve T-Bird Design Services with Milestone Contractors. Change order
Second.
number 3.
Thank you, Jim. I think I heard Shelley second that. Is there any further discussion? May we have a roll call vote, please?
Holman,
Aye.
Peter.
Aye.
Terry,
Aye.
Henriette.
Aye.
Change order number 3 passes.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay, we'll continue on with the IWM Consulting Group, some environmental site assessment. Mr. Carson.
Yes, this IWM Consulting Group contract and the following one for Patriot Engineering. Both of these are part of our due diligence on our parking garage police station project. The IWM one is for environmental site assessment with the potential properties that we are buying for this. So it include like lead-based paint testing, asbestos testing, and other environmental issues. Do we have someone from IWM online this morning?
Yes, this is Brad Gentry.
Hey, Brad. Brad, so you want to walk us through just a little bit on your contract?
Yeah, so what we recommended on this, since the structures will be raised, is you're going to need to do a pre-demolition asbestos survey and lead paint survey. And that will allow you guys to apply for the demolition permit when you're ready at that point. Allow you to plan if there is any kind of abatement that needs to be done first. Also, through the phase 1 investigation record search, we identified one of the structures in that area historically was utilized for auto repair services, and there was an underground storage tank that was there historically. So the proposal includes the installation and sampling of 6 soil borings for soil and groundwater samples, and a geophysical survey to try to identify if a tank still exists at the site.
Thank you.
And I'll mention the contract is not to exceed $15,245.
Yes. Any questions from any of the commissioners? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Motion to approve IWM Consulting Group Limited Phase 2 Environmental Site Assessment Change Order.
Thank you, Jim.
Second.
Thank you, Shelley. Any further discussion? May we have a roll call vote, please?
Holman,
Aye.
Peter,
Aye.
Terry,
Aye.
Henriette.
Aye.
Consulting contract with IWM passes.
Thank you. So Dennis,
Thank
I know
you.
you, yes, you're welcome. Good luck with your assessment. Dennis, I know you mentioned Patriot Engineering as part of this same activity. And I know we have a document in front of us as a proposal. Are there further comments you want to make regarding this proposal?
Again, this is more of our due diligence for the project with the police station and parking garage. This involves geotechnical engineering. I believe we have Michael Hammond on the line who can explain a little bit more about this.
Yep, this is Michael with Patriot. So the geotechnical engineering investigations are required typically prior to construction or design phase of larger projects. So in this case, the larger parking garage area and the buildings. So what we'll do is we'll drill multiple soil borings to collect soil data of the existing conditions at the site. Based on that, we can provide recommendations for foundation design and soil bearing capacity, so that way the buildings will get adequate support.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any questions?
Again, I'll add that this contract is for $34,650, not to exceed.
Thanks, Dennis. Thank you, Mr. Hammond, for your comments. If there are no questions, we again would entertain a motion.
Move that we approve the Patriot Engineering contract.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Any further discussion? May we have a roll call vote?
Holman,
Aye.
Peter,
Aye.
Terry,
Aye.
Henriette.
Aye.
Patriot contract passes.
Thank you. All right, we are at the point of the agenda to hear the director's report. Mr. Carson?
Sure, as you can tell, we're still very busy. Nothing has slowed down at all for us here. We keep moving forward with all of our projects and developments and things. Both streetscape projects are moving along well. The one on 3rd Street in Columbia, again, we heard we did have a change order there, but we have still moving forward with that. They are now on the east side of 3rd Street. They've completed substantial completion on the west side of 3rd Street and also on the south side of Columbia Street between 2nd and 3rd. The Main Street streetscape is moving along good as well. They are now on the south side of Main Street between 10th and 11th Street doing that area. And then, as you know, the COVID-19 and the pandemic has really hurt the hospitality and restaurant industry quite a bit. So we were approached by several restaurateurs downtown to do a project where we're going to be closing sections of Main Street over the weekend for outdoor dining. So there's a lot of us in the city that are working on this, our parks department, our traffic department, engineering department, just about everybody is coming together for this with the restaurateurs and the Friends of Downtown to make this exciting project work, where we'll set out picnic tables in the streets and we'll have the streets closed from Friday. The dining will start at 4 p.m. and then go through Sunday 8 p.m. And again, this will be an opportunity for these restaurants to be able to have more patrons and such, because they have limited capacity due to the restrictions right now on the interior and such. So again, they'll be able to have some more capacity, and we'll be able to have some exciting outdoor dining. This is very similar to what's being done in other communities across the U.S., particularly down in Indianapolis. If you've heard about what they're doing on Mass Avenue in the Broad Ripple area, that's been very successful. So we're excited about getting that going. This will be the first weekend for it, and it'll go through October, the first weekend of October.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. Questions regarding the director's report? All right, fantastic. We will accept the director's report as presented and file it with the rest of the information for this meeting. Going to move on to the claims. All of the commissioners have had an opportunity to review the claims. Are there any questions? Sounds like there are no questions. And if none, we could entertain a motion if the commission is ready.
Motion to approve the claims totaling $1,744,366.18 today, August 27th, 2020.
Second.
Thank you, Jim and Don. No further discussion. We'll have the roll call vote.
Coleman,
Aye.
Teeter,
Aye.
Harry,
Aye.
Henriette.
Aye.
Claims approved.
Fantastic. Thank you. So I'm not sure by the initials on the screen if we have any public who are attending this meeting. Is there any public comment during this time? And I would also understand that to mean that there has been no public comment received prior to the meeting. So any other business to come before the commission today?
Josh, the only thing and this may be my poor technical skill on this piece of it, but somebody just sent me a chat from
Yes.
this meeting that said they need some more info regarding the sidewalk at
Yes.
430 South.
Yes, that's me, Tony.
Okay, I can't tell who it was. All it says is reference to me, but I can't tell who it was.
Oh, reference. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry, Tony. That's because I'm using a computer that doesn't have my name. That's what
okay.
reference my reference department in the library.
Okay, yeah, yes. I'll give you a call today or tomorrow, and we'll whatever you need, we'll get it for you.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that.
All right, thank you.
Yes. Anything else to come before the commission? If not, we'd entertain a motion to adjourn and do a roll call to close out this meeting.
So moved.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Holman,
Aye.
Peter,
Aye.
Harry,
Aye.
Henriette.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you all very much for your time today.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye, everybody.
Have a good day. Bye.